Hello, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm in Zwolle in the Netherlands and a place called Bonami Computers and Games. It's a computer and games museum. There's an arcade there, which I'm not going to film inside because there's too many people and we can only have permission to film where there's no other people. So just a display case outside the museum with all the robots and stuff. I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough so that you can see this. There's a Game Boy sewing machine, interesting. But yeah, just some really interesting little joysticks up on the ceiling there. A monkey on a surfboard. So we got old Macintosh computers, the old mice and all that sort of thing. And there's lots of gaming consoles down there, we'll get to that in a bit. We have all sorts of old machines here, old wooden cash register, radio, TV, record player, all that type of thing. You can see all that in this museum. It's a really interesting place if you like old stuff. So that's all the old adding machines, typewriters, etc. They've got quite an extensive collection of the stuff. So yeah, we'll just do a walkthrough, then you can see all the stuff in the museum. All old computers, old disk drive. I mean, this place is huge. And you've got all different types of memory here. Or processors. So over the years how they've developed and changed and so on. Calculators, all different types through the ages. Something people don't use anymore these days. I used to have one like that, except it was a Casio, a digital watch with a calculator. So yeah, they've got a bit of everything in this museum when it comes to technical stuff. Old type of memory and that sort of thing. Core store memory. Tape drives. So yeah, this is like stuff from 60s, 70s. So you can see all that here. Some really interesting stuff. There's so much stuff in here, it'll blow your mind. There's just so many. I don't know where they get all these machines and stuff from. Even an old disk drive that they've shown you a cross section of with the heads and all that. And I've got all these Nintendo systems dotted around the place, so wherever you see these red stools, you can even play a game of the Pong tennis there. They've got different cartridges you can chuck in the machine. So yeah, all the old consoles, they got a fax modem sound that triggers as you walk past. The old tape decks that they used to use to load games and stuff. Old Intel system. So yeah, we triggered the fax noise there. Sort of microcomputer systems when they were developing them and so on, I'm guessing. And you've got all different sort of controllers and bits and pieces, anything to do with gaming and that they've got in this place. It's just unbelievable the amount of stuff they got in this place. It's well worth a visit, I tell you what. Cost €18.50 for the day, from 10 o'clock until 5 in the afternoon. So you've got 7 hours to look around. They've just got a bit of basic food stuff you can order in the cafe, where they also got a shop. Just like sausage rolls and cheese, toasted cheese sandwiches and stuff. But yeah, all old computer equipment, hard drives, you name it, they've got it here. And this is only about half of it we've seen so far. You can just pause the video if there's anything you're interested in looking at. I'm just doing a quick walkthrough. Because it'll take ages if I just stop to look at everything. But yeah, got all old gaming consoles and stuff, yeah. Old keyboard. And yeah, we've got a video pack computer. You can sit and play on that. They've got different cartridges you can put in there to play. Which is why you're not allowed to take bags, coats, hats or anything like that. And food you can't take with either. Because they don't want any of the stuff going missing. People might hide a cartridge under their hat or something, I'm guessing. Atari 2500. Just the amount of stuff in this place just boggles the mind. What have we got here? Gemini. Got Pac-Man running on that. All old computers. There's a BBC Acorn, BBC Micro, and it's got like connected to the hard drives and that in this box there. Basic interpreter 16K. Philips P2000. And then here we've got something interesting. We've got the original Tetris game, which you can display manually. Atari 2600 we've got here. Coleco, Gemini. And they've got the original boxes for these things. That's amazing. Qbert, the actual physical game. They still got the box for the Tetris. Zaxxon, Defender, Frogger, Pac-Man. These are all like board games you can actually physically play. They've got even old telephones and all sorts here. There's a Commodore 64 that they've chopped in half so you can see the insides. I noticed someone's nicked a sound chip out of that. Music keyboards. You can spend all day just walking around looking at this stuff. That's amazing. All the old technology. ZX Spectrum, you can play on that as well. And then here we've got Commodore 64. They seem to have loads of them in this place. A Nintendo 64 with Super Mario. Dragon 32 computer and television, gaming console. They got another one there. So this is supposed to be a portable computer according to the label. So we're back to all the adding machines and stuff here. This is a block of memory. That's what it looked like back in the day. Old IBM computer. So I'm not going to film further that way because there's people there. I don't want to be filming anyone. We'll take a walk back this way and show you the subsection. So we'll just have a look around in here. All the different consoles that they've got. I'll just do a bit of a walkthrough. You know, most of them I don't even know, I've never heard of them myself. I'm not that much into retro gaming, so the viewers might know more about it than me. I'll just take a bit of a walk through it and you can see for yourself. Electric tennis. Zanussi, they make washing machines. That's what I thought anyway. Kodak color film, TV computer games. Every type of console that ever came out, I think I've got here. This is just mind-blowing. I'll go through the center section and then I'll do the outside bit afterwards. Telstar Arcade. These are all like shooting games. There's a few on the shelf opposite as well, which we'll get to. Hopefully I'm not moving the camera too quick, but you can always pause it if you want to have a good look. Because the place is going to close soon, so I don't have too much time to be hanging around. Did play some games in the arcade, which was fun. Maybe you recognise some of these old consoles and that. I certainly don't recognise most of them myself. So I'll take you on a tour of the outside shelves now. These all behind perspex and that, so you know, you're not supposed to touch any of the stuff in that case. But they have a lot of hands-on stuff that you can play in the museum, which is cool. Audio Sonic. I've never even heard of half of this stuff. Philips Telly game. Not sure what that is. So it tells you a bit of a story about some of these consoles as well. But again, they got all original boxes for these, which is amazing. Super Pong with original boxes. Telepong. Coleco Combat. That's a weird looking one. TV Tennis. One with a gun. There's a lot of them here with guns like a sniper rifle, pistol. That's TV scoreboard, I don't know what. Tandy. Princetronic Micro 10 Deluxe Color TV game. So yeah, I'm just wondering if any of the viewers out there have got any of this stuff in their collection. Yeah, old Pong game, is it? TV Sport. Very basic gaming console, one of the first ones I think that came out in the late 70s, as far as I can remember. But yeah, this just gives you an idea of how many different types of consoles and stuff came out over the years. All different shapes, sizes, colours, you name it. You've got it here. Even comes with a rifle, that one. Oh, that is just the rifle on its own. Even the original screens for the games, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's that section there. You can also play some tennis on that screen. Is there any bit that we haven't seen yet?
Everything.
I think that's about it for the museum part of the place. I'll see whether I can have a look around the merch shop and that. There's like a cafe area and stuff where you can sit.
You want to do that instead?
Just take a walk, yeah.
Go this way.
Okay, let's take a look. There is another section I haven't shown you yet. Just have to be careful I'm not filming other people. There are some people working on something down that side. So we'll just have a look first. Right, we've got we've got display cabinets with all sorts of bits and pieces. Really interesting. All sorts of characters and things there. That's amazing. How many years must it take someone to build up a collection of all this type of stuff? All these characters from games and movies and so on. So yeah, quite an interesting collection of stuff. So let's just take you around this side here. Oh yeah, Vectrex. Quite interesting. There's another one there. Like I say, original boxes for a lot of this stuff. That's quite amazing. So I'll just take you down this row first. So what we saw earlier was about half of the place. There's still more to come. Hence why I have to get on with this video, because there's so much stuff in here, just to try and show you most of it if possible. Even the TV boxes, they've still got some of the original ones up there. Sharp 800 personal computer. DOS games they got there. Right, we'll just take you to this section and work our way back. Nothing around here. Just some more modern sort of helicopters and bits and pieces. Different telephones they've got here, telephone equipment. And they've got like, I think they're dictaphones or something. Atari 90 Pro, right, okay. When they started coming out with sort of cordless phones and stuff like that. All the different types of phones that came out. And even mobile phones, they've got a few. And all the old style telephones and bits and pieces. In wooden boxes, those ones. They must be like from the 1920s, I'm guessing. Slightly more modern phones. All the Bakelite phones from the day. What's that?
1918.
1918 this one is from here. Imagine you had to lift that up to talk. And you had to crank the handle, and then that bit on the side was to listen. I think on this side, that's to listen, that's to talk. And there's the bells on top. Crank handle on the side, there's no dial or nothing on that. You just get through to the operator and they'll put you through. So yeah, some interesting stuff. If you're into telephones or technology of any sort, an old radio phone, army one, quite interesting. But yeah, all shapes and sizes of phones. Like I said, I think most of them there are Bakelite, these old ones. And then we come to other bits and pieces, computers, NTX 500. And here we've got the handheld consoles, all different ones. We used to have the Donkey Kong Jr. That's one of the ones I remember playing in my youth. So there you've got the handheld consoles. They've got some watches, gaming watches. Donkey Kong, Tetris, and then there's the keychain portable games, some of them still in the original packaging. Quite amazing. More old computers from around 1983, and again they've got the boxes for them. Old printer. The Vectrex again. They've put like a booth around it. I suppose that must be for the sound, to enhance the sound or something. Atari 800 XL. Famicom. And Daytac. They've got all cards and stuff there. Family computer. So, okay, that's that section. Let's take a walk to the next one. I'll just be repeating a bit of the footage, but yeah, if there's anything that you've missed just now, you can just check it out. So, yeah, this is the warehouse where they're keeping all this stuff in Zwolle. I just happened to come across it when I was looking around on Google Maps. Oh, there's controllers up there as well, a whole selection of them. So all different controllers that came out over the years. Game pocket computer, you had to have big pockets in those days. They must have had big pockets. But yeah, there's so much stuff here, I don't have time to stop and explain about each one, so I'll just take a walk through and show you. I'll do this side, then I'll walk down the other side. So you might recognize some of this stuff. 1984 IBM computer. This all seems to be around 84. All this stuff here. 1985, so it looks like I've done it by year. I didn't realize that when I was looking around here earlier. But yeah, they've even got an original case to put the thing in. I don't know which one that's for. Casio computers. Computers I'd never even heard of. Toshiba T1100 laptop. Check that out. Amazing. Hopefully I'm not walking too fast for you. Sinclair ZX Spectrum Plus 2. There's a server. Casio writer. So let's go to the other side of the shelf. We have an Acorn BBC Master, Atari 2600 and so on. It just goes on and on, the stuff in this place. Weird joysticks they got up there. Check these out. Famicom box. For those that are interested, that's the information. You'll have to translate it if you don't speak Dutch. That looks like it's got all cartridges and stuff in there. Another Nintendo system with cartridges, so you can put in whichever one you want to play. There's more there on the shelf. Macintosh. There's another one you can play. They got these stools here that you can sit on and play for as long as you like. There's another one there. That's like a cash machine or something. Atari 65XE. Disk drives. That's a Philips system. So yeah, hopefully I have enough time because the place is about to close in about less than 10 minutes. So I need to get cracking with this video. I'm not going to have time, unfortunately, to film in the arcade, but you know, there's too many people in there anyway, so that's not going to work. So there's Game Boy stuff here, handhelds. We've got more computers here. Nintendo Entertainment System again, Macintosh SE30. It just goes on and on. This place is just mind-boggling. It's never ending. Now we're up to the year 1988 here. Most of the stuff from around that era. So yeah, I'm going to have to just do a quick walk through all these laptops, Sony, etc. Another Sinclair 128K, ZX Spectrum Plus 3. Macintosh, I got loads of them here. Sega Master System, Power Base. I should have actually started this video a bit earlier, but I was just waiting for things to quieten down a bit. Atari 7800, there's another Atari there. They've got the original box. Commodore 64, original box again. So just walk around this side of the pillar so not blocking out the view. Cambridge computer, 1987. So we're going up in years now. They've got up until the latest console, which is the PS5 in there, which you can't play. So there you go. There's some more Sinclair Professional Series, Philips system there. An Oyster, GR Electronics, 1988, portable computer. Lynx, Atari Lynx. There's the cartridges that you can put in it to play. So you can just change the cartridges and play which game you want. There's another one there, Lynx system. Original boxes again. Amstrad 464 Plus, GX 4000. Okay. Like I said, I'm not that familiar with all the retro stuff. You've got a couple of Game Boys here. You can play Tetris. You put the Tetris cartridge in each one and they're linked with this cable. But there's other games like Qbert, Mario Kart. All these ones are available to play. So you can just pop the cartridge in there and go for it. So that's that row there. Now we come to the next row. More stuff again. It just goes on. Nintendo Super Famicom with the original box. And all sorts of laptops. These are now 1991. They've got all the descriptions about them. And PCs as well, 92, 91, 92. Card Battle Station we've got there. I think we're going to get kicked out now, so I need to get cracking with this walkthrough. They're going to close the place now. Mega Drive 32X. And so we go on. Okay, just speed up the walkthrough, yeah, because they are probably going to come and round me up in a minute. So just look at all the stuff there quickly. We've got a Jaguar system there with cartridges. Amiga CD32-bit. That's that there with the screen. Again, got original boxes for some of the TV screens and so on. Super Nintendo, you can play that here. They've got it all encased so it doesn't get damaged or vandalized or anything. Controllers. Super Nintendo game there with cartridges, so you can put in whichever one you want to play. Neo Geo we've got here as well, with Street Fighter and Mickey Mouse we got there. Mega Drive by Sega, we've got a few of them there. But yeah, this place is amazing. I've really enjoyed looking around here today and playing on some of the games and stuff. Right, we've got another row here. I'm going to push my luck and see if we can get through here quickly. More handheld stuff. That looks like a military grade computer. But yeah, this just goes on and on. This place is huge. 2,500 odd square meters. XPG gaming. These cartridges actually have screens built into them. An interesting thing that I noticed. So more computers up to 1995 now. And it just goes on. And then on this side we've got more Jaguar gaming system. Some interesting stuff there. Virtual Boy, which is this here. Sega Saturn, Sony PlayStation. So we're up to about 1995 at this point. Handheld Game Boys. Nintendo 64. Up to about 1997 at this point. All the different TV screens. iMac. Oh, they're iMacs, they're actual computers, are they? So yeah, you're going to have to pause this footage if you want to have a good look, because we got to get out of here now. We're about to get kicked out. I'm just pushing my luck now because it's after 5. All the different controllers, original Xbox, with the original box as well. Ja, oké. Dankjewel. So right, we've just been given our marching orders. So we'll still just take a quick walk through here to show you the last bit. All the bits and pieces, handheld consoles, Xbox 360. We're coming to 2006 now, a Wii. They've got different colors, different bits and pieces there for the Wii. Sony PlayStation 3 we get to. So this is, I never realized this before, but it's all laid out by year. 2012, Sony PS Vita, and so on. Nintendo 2DS handheld. More Xbox stuff there. And then you've got PlayStation, etc. And they've got all the original boxes on the top of the shelf. So I just wanted to show you quickly what else they've got here. They've got PS5 station you can play at. Xbox Series S. And then we've got a Nintendo Switch you can play on, so you can either leave that in there, then it displays on the TV, or you can use the handheld. Xbox One. And then we've got a PlayStation 4 Special Edition. And a Wii U with various games you can put in there. And then here we've got PS3, various games, and a Wii. And then we've got a Nintendo GameCube, PlayStation 2, and we've got a GameCube here as well, Nintendo GameCube with the controllers, etc. Xbox 360 with various games you can load and play. So they've got everything from all the different years here. So you can basically sit and play all these games if you want in this museum while you're surrounded by all this marvelous stuff. Got a display case with all sorts of models in there. So right, I'm going to end the video here because we've got to leave now. Sort of pushing my luck with this because it's already after 5 and we're going to get booted out. Alright, welcome back. I'm just doing a quick video of the shop to show you what it's like. You can buy all sorts of merch and stuff in the shop here. I'm just doing a quick walkthrough because I got to go, they've closed basically. And I've just asked permission to have a quick look around to show you what's in here. You can get all sorts of actual games and stuff here. They've got a lot of, I don't know whether you can make it out in this light because I've turned the lights off, whether my camera will pick this up, but board games and all sorts of other things you can pick up here. So badges, etc., all figures. Anything to do with gaming or not. So there we go. That's all the merch that you can buy in the shop, and you can sit here and eat your food and have a drink. All the different games for different consoles you can buy, PS3, PlayStation, what's it, Xbox, etc. Nintendo cartridges, Atari, they've got a few different things, stuff that's made out of Lego. So that's just a quick look at the shop and the merch. So I hope that you enjoyed the walkthrough of the museum in Zwolle, the Bonami Games and Computers Museum. And until the next one, stay safe and well, and happy gaming, and bye-bye for now.